Welcome back to Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
We're here at your house in Athens, Georgia. My metal band played last night.
Yes, and it was a heavy metal band, too.
Yeah, it was a good show, but I'm a little slow this morning, so I could use some whiskey and some coffee.
Yes, well, I have just the thing for you. I have whiskey contained in metal.
All right, I'll take it. And it has something to do with coffee.
Oh, yeah, it's called Stillhouse Black Bourbon.
All right.
Okay, and it's bourbon, of course, which means it's aged in new charred oak barrels.
Mm-hmm.
And it is mellowed in coffee beans, which I think means they age it for a while with coffee beans in the barrels.
Okay, we'll find out.
Well, I'm not sure how it would be dark.
Well, like they have the charcoal mellowed, which would, it just like sifts through that, but it's
Who
gonna
knows? Anyway,
go through coffee a lot faster. So
Well,
yeah, you're probably right.
Right, and Stillhouse has quite a variety of flavored whiskeys. Which have about 69%, which really makes them liqueurs rather than whiskeys.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I've never heard
this
of
is the only one that I could find
Okay.
right now,
Yeah.
right here in Georgia. So we've got this. And it has got a great advantage. I mean, if you drop it next to a pool, you're not going to have glass everywhere.
True. And you don't have to worry about light exposure.
And if you want to take it somewhere, you don't have to pour it into a flask, It's already in a flask. All right. So there we are. And by the way, somehow this is America's finest.
He's really hung up on this.
It's got to be one of 100 America finest whiskeys. So here,
Yeah.
let's see what we've got.
All right. So they don't make this themselves, I don't think. They don't distill it themselves.
No,
But
no.
they also don't say where it's distilled.
No,
Not
they
even,
don't.
I thought you legally had to. Apparently you don't.
No, you don't.
But,
And it is not that black.
No.
Compared to any bourbon I've looked at, this is not that much darker.
No, not really. But that's kind of to be expected. I mean, unless they crushed up the coffee beans or something.
I don't know. I might consider this misleading advertising.
Smells like a regular bourbon.
Yeah. Well, I've seen something and I've forgotten the name. We'll put it underneath here.
Huh?
But it was Scotch that was black, and it was black.
Oh, I would like to try that. Well, how
Yeah.
was it? Do you remember?
It was very sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
This sounds pretty good. Well, let's see if this is also sweet. I don't know. How's the smell?
No, it's got a
Sort of a dusty, musty note to it, maybe.
Yeah.
It smells a little youthful.
Well, I would think so. Okay, the legs spread out, and they cover about half the glass, so it's not got a really heavy body. Well, it's only 80 proof.
Yeah, what do you expect? All right, well, let's give it a whirl. Cheers. It's smooth.
It's smooth, and I can taste the coffee in it.
Can you?
That's an aftertaste.
Is it?
Yeah. Finish.
If you say so. Maybe sip 2 will reveal the coffee note. Maybe. It's kind of, it's smooth, and the finish just kind of, it doesn't really linger, the finish kind of rolls off pretty early.
But it's a little bit of coffee there.
Maybe.
But it is kind of brash, I think. Kind of bright.
Oh, it's bright, and it's a little hot. It's not rough. It's just a little, I'm getting the heat, which is interesting at 80 proof.
Yeah, it probably could have used another 2 years in the barrels.
There's no age statement, so who knows?
Who knows?
What do we guess?
Yeah, I don't know.
3 years?
Maybe. Remember,
Maybe.
I got that one thing, that Lim Motlow that we talked about
yes.
before, that was only aged 12 months.
You keep mentioning it. We're gonna have to track down an old dusty bottle of that thing and.
I wouldn't doubt that Jack Daniels has tried to buy up every bottle of it and hide it. Well, okay, I think it's a nice drink.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, I would give it a recommendation.
How much was it? Do you remember?
Oh, I think it's about $25.
I definitely would rather have Wild Turkey 101. Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
Which is about that same amount. And definitely would probably rather have Evan Williams Bottled in Bond.
Oh, yeah.
As far as other notes, I mean,
yeah,
mild, I mean.
Yeah, the finish is pretty long, but the coffee part of it is very short.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
see
sort
that.
of sweet.
It's got some light nuttiness and some vanilla and stuff like that, but I'm gonna disagree with you here. I don't really recommend it. It's not bad, but I think your money is better spent, and I don't think it's worth the semi-novelty.
Well,
personally,
I would not call this America's finest whiskey.
Oh, it's certainly not America's finest. It's also not America's worst.
No, we've had worse.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no,
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And there are I think other whiskeys in the same price range that might give you a better value and a better taste.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Getting maybe a little bit of marshmallow note here or something. It's not bad. I'll take it, but.
Well, it's just not something that we would buy again and again and again.
No. Nah.
All right.
So there we go.
For a one-off, it's okay.
Yeah.
If you like what we're doing,
give
us a like, send us comments. We'll try and address them if we can.
And subscribe.
And subscribe.
Really helps the channel. And let us know if you've had it or if you've anything else you want to see us do.
Yeah.
So until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
We got to do the next video. You want to? Should we just
Nah.
pour this out?
Yeah, I think we can pour this out.
I'd rather spend my time drinking other stuff. Whoops.